Always waiting for us, and thank you so much for wanting to learn. And this is the best ever TV station that you will be there and will be giving you something you can eat, something you can feed on, and something you know after here it will help you the days and days to come, not just for you but for the generations and generations to come. And when you see me live, you know it's that time we get to ooze wisdom. It's that time that all of us get to learn, and it's that time to unpack some things and of course repack some things, and also learn what we've been doing wrong and what we've been doing right. We need kusisitiza kuendelea kuifanya ama kuongeza kiwango yake. And that is why I make sure I bring you specialists in different segments and in different areas, so that in that area, even to that simple thing that tunafanya vibaya, we learn to know and understand where we are doing it wrong and start doing it right. And of course, thank you for another new episode that we want to do something greater. And of course, I'll be your host, Trevilla Lutta. So tuandamane kutoka saa hizi hadi tamati ndio tuweze kuelewa nini ambacho tunafaa kukifanya. And of course, pale kwa comment section, feel free to ask any question. Feel free to send us ile swali unasikia kabisa hii nikikaa nayo nitabust. Please, uliza tu hiyo swali ujibiwe, and specialist ako hapa atakwambia 1 2 3 umekuwa ukifanya hii kumbe ni mbaya. Make sure usilale na hiyo swali kikusumbua, and that is why we are here. And you know I'm not alone. Today we'll be talking about nutrition and lifestyle diseases. Tumedeal with obesity, tumedeal na sasa tunataka kujua tu, by the way, hii obesity ni ukweli tu tunajaribu kunina, lakini kwa nutrition ni wapi tunafaa kucheza nayo ndo tupate the right thing? Ni wapi tunafaa kukua ndo tukue the right way? Na pia kama kuna zile vitu ambazo tulikuwa tunaambiwa ukifanya hivi ndio sasa leo tumeleta mwenyewe ndo apate kutuelezea. So without much further ado, let me welcome my guest so that ajiintroduce vizuri na tuambie anapatikana wapi, ndo pia kama kuna ile swali ambayo tutauliza utamtafuta umpate aweze kuelezea kwa undani. Karibu sana.
Asante sana Trevilla.
Karibu.
Thank you. Mimi naitwa Doris. My name is Doris Njero. I'm a clinical nutritionist. I'm a nutrition coach. Yeah. Mimi napatikana mahali kwingi sana. You can find me through my personal contacts. You can also find me at Mercy Mission Hospital. So that's where I'm right now. Like from Monday to Fridays, you can still get me there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. Umesikia mtampata pale Mercy Mission Hospital. And of course, that's to kick us off. We start by a very simple thing. You know, nowadays we live, everyone is living, but we don't understand what really is lifestyle diseases. Kwa sababu tumeguza, most of the time you find that hypertension is on rise, diabetes on rise. What really is lifestyle diseases, and how well can we cope with it?
Okay, lifestyle diseases, they are those diseases that come about through due to lack of knowledge of how you're supposed to eat or live, or maybe lack of physical activities. So most of the time these lifestyle diseases, they come because of poor diet, and also maybe because of inactivity and use of other products like tobacco, alcohol. So mostly they lead to like diabetes, obesity, and overweight. Mostly will lead to having diabetes, having hypertension. Hypertension is high blood pressure, cardiac, other cardiac conditions. You can get stroke. You can also have things like cancer. They are also becoming a lifestyle diseases. Yeah.
And how is nutrition connected to these lifestyle diseases?
Okay, when you eat right, you really avoid such conditions, because we call them conditions because mostly, yes, they are diseases,
Yes.
but because they come about due to poor diet and other lack of activities, they now become a condition. You will have to live with it. You will have to take your medication, maybe proper diet, so that you can be able to manage them. So nutrition plays a very big role in your health. What we usually say, what you eat grows. Yeah, it doesn't matter how long it will take, but eventually it will show itself. So when you eat something, there will come a time, maybe you will see the results of what you've been practicing, what you've been eating. If you don't do physical activities, the same thing, something will come up due to lack of physical activities. So your nutrition is very important. You should take notes on what you're supposed to eat, the right portions, the right nutrients for your health. Yeah. So bad nutrition usually leads to such lifestyle conditions.
Can diet alone prevent these diseases?
Can
Diet alone?
I can say like 80% yes, because we still need to be active. So if you take your diet right, and you do your physical activities, you're physically fit, then I can say you can prevent 90%, because some of them are genetical. Yeah, some of them are like you can get due to maybe your family history. So I think it's way maybe 80% you can control with diet.
And maybe what are the dietary mistakes that people make that maybe made it to increase those kind of diseases?
So when you're taking your diet, you're supposed to make sure that you have good portions, mostly good portions, and also know what to eat. Mostly people make mistakes on they usually take a lot of, nowadays we take a lot of fatty things, sugary food and drinks. I think we want energy from very simple sugars, like from sodas, from juices, from something like biscuits, cakes. We want those fast foods which are very fatty. So processed food. So when we take a lot of processed food, we take a lot of sugary food, we take a lot of fatty food, then we are prone to get the lifestyle diseases. So I think what you're supposed to do is you go and search for a personnel who knows what is right for you, and also because you have to take depending on your health status. Some of the people have diabetes, hypertension, cancer, gastritis. All those conditions, they need a nutritionist to tell you what you're supposed to eat. For a normal person, you can just make sure you eat a balanced diet or a healthy diet. You snack healthy. But now when it comes to when you have medical issue, then you're supposed to know what is right for you. Your right is not other person's right. Yes.
So the mistake we make is that we assume that whatever I take, the other person must take the same thing. Maybe if you give us an example of what we should be taking, because you've told us not to take fatty things, and maybe when I'm hungry, I just rush to a food stuff, and then I just take what I think. I see it in my eyes. This is pleasing and it's yummy.
Okay, so for a healthy diet, for you to be healthy, you need to have a healthy diet.
Yes.
And a healthy diet includes having nutrients which are essential to your body for your health, for your immunity, and for your growth. So when you're taking your food, make sure you have food that can give you energy, that can help in growth, and that can help in your immunity. So for your energy, you need carbohydrates. For carbohydrates, we have a lot of starchy foods everywhere. We eat a lot of wheat products, ugali, mchele, yani watu wanapenda tu vitu sana, ndizi, like ya kupika matoke, that is. We have a lot of starchy foods. Hizo hatukosi. Lakini when it comes to proteins, they are body building nutrients. So some people tend to maybe sijui ni pesa hakuna ama ni nini, lakini unapata watu wamekula maragwe sana, wamekula ndengu sana. So also include other animal proteins like meat products. Though in some circumstances, some eat a lot of meat rather than the legumes. But in some other places, you find they can afford the legumes, but they can't afford the meat. Animal protein. Yeah. So any flesh foods, any dairy products, those are proteins. Nuts, we forget about nuts. Nuts and seeds are very important in our health. They have good fats. They also have good nutrients for your growth and also for your energy, to supply you with good energy. So don't forget about seeds and nuts. Then we also have food that helps in immunity. Make sure your food, you have mboga. Mboga ziko aina mingi. We have starchy vegetables like malenge, butternut. Tuliachia watoto sijui kwa nini. We are supposed to take starchy vegetables.
Hapo kwa malenge kama tutupa.
We are supposed to take starchy vegetables. They are very important. They have vitamin A. Vitamin A is very important for your sight. Msivae miwani. Msivae miwani. Lakini anyway, for starchy vegetables, if you can't afford even the starchy vegetables, we have the green vegetables like zile za kienyeji, ziko a lot. Managu, terere, hizo zote. So it also depends with your health condition, remember, because there are some which are very acidic. Then remember to take your fruits. Your fruits also, they boost immunity, they boost appetite. So a lot of fruits. We have a lot of fruits. So take all of them.
When you're telling me a lot of fruits, I can... Unajua tunatafuta tastes.
I know, but we are looking for the nutrients, not the taste.
Tujikaze tu.
Tujikaze. Tujikaze. Pepino melon, avocado. For those who can eat something like dragon fruits, they are all over. We have machungwa. Kama una shida ya tumbo, machungwa is good. So just make sure you have a balanced diet. When you have your energy giving food, your body building food, and also your immunity boosting food, now you have a balanced diet. That's a healthy diet.
And when you're telling us to eat a lot of fruits, how much? Because when you're telling me to eat a lot of fruits, I might take a bunch of bananas. I'm like, I'm supposed to be eating a lot of fruits. I take apples a lot. But are there measurements for these fruits and the food, so that as much as I'm being told I'm supposed to be taking a balanced diet, I know this is the right portion for me to be taking, rather than just taking because I'm told I must eat?
So also, let me go back to your health status.
Yeah.
So you eat depending on your health status. So there's those people we limit the portions, but there are those people who moderate the portions. Yeah. So on carbohydrates and proteins, we usually tell people just eat depending on your on your lifestyle. Some of you are sedentary, wengine wako active, very active indeed. So you just eat depending on your status. Are you physically active? Are you sedentary? Also your health condition. Do you have maybe diabetes, hypertension, something that we can limit what you're taking in? So for a healthy portion, you're supposed to take a fist size of your carbohydrates, and for those very active, a fist and a half. For those who are very active. Yeah. For proteins, you're supposed to take a palm size. Yeah, a palm size. That's enough. Remember, the animal proteins have a lot of fats also. Maybe limit those fats, because if you take animal fats, a lot of animal fats, then you can get high cholesterol. So limit the fats, the fatty animal fats, yeah, animal proteins. That is, yeah. For vegetables, you're supposed to take huge amount of vegetables for your immunity purposes. For your for the fruits, you're supposed to take at least 2 types in a day, or even 3 types in a day. But for the portioning, it's just a small piece. You don't have to take 2 bananas, 3 avocados, umeweka kwa githeri, avocado mzima. Haina umuhimu sana. The body actually needs very little amount of micronutrients, which are vitamins and minerals. It will just use what is supposed to use, then the rest inaenda to waste. So usikule ndizi mbili na mwenzako hata hana, katanisha na nusu, kuleni watu 4.
Kama sukari yake ni nzuri. Umesikia hii ndizi haionji kama zile zingine.
So it will give you energy, it will give you the vitamins, but the body will just take what is supposed to take at that moment. The rest will just go to waste. But for the carbohydrates now, when you eat in excess, now that's where now having the overweight and obesity, because some of the sugars, they are just, it will be stored, you know. It's not like fruits and vegetables. For carbohydrates and proteins, it will be stored.
Actually, you mentioned something about carbs, and it takes me back. Many people say when you avoid the carbs completely, you are at the high chance of you not having much weight, or you gaining weight. Is that true?
Yeah, it is true. You can't avoid totally. Let me correct that. You can't avoid totally. But now, you're supposed to make sure your portions, you do portion control. So when you do a portion control, remember we still need energy. So we still need those carbohydrates. If you won't get the carbohydrates, then the body will acquire the energy from your muscles. Now we want to control the portion. When you control the portion and you just take less of the refined carbohydrates, you will be able to manage your weight. Yeah, so you just portion control your carbohydrates.
You don't avoid it completely.
Yes, you don't avoid it completely. Especially the sugar, the starchy, the starch and like sugar and wheat products. Yeah.
And is sugar really the new poison, or moderating it is what makes it safe?
Sugar, I can say sugar, it's good for your energy, but when used, when not correctly used, then it will be a poison. Yeah, so you can control and be safe, but also if you don't use it correctly, then it will be a poison to you, because it feeds the cells, and when it feeds the cells, now it interferes with your metabolism. So sugar, you should just make sure you control. And if you want to lose weight, you can avoid it completely. It's
How will
not
they
necessarily you take sugar. Yeah.
Avoiding it completely, we will try. But are really processed food harmful? Because you find many people say, I will not take processed food because to me it is not good. It is harmful. Other people say it is much good. Is it true, or what is it supposed to be?
Okay, I can't say anything that is processed. Everything that is processed is not safe for you and for your health. But everything that you take, you should take it in moderation. Siwezi kuambia usikule smoky for the rest of your life. Nani atanunua? Wako biashara, nani atakula? So you're supposed to take in moderation. You can just take once in a while. You see? Yeah. When you use in excess, that's what makes it harmful. They have additives, they have other things that are added for them even to prolong the lifetime of those processed food. So that's what's harmful in them. The additives.
The additives is what makes them harmful.
Yeah. for your health. So if you take it moderately, then it won't harm you. But ukijizoesha kila siku ni smoky sausage, bacon, nini, then utakuwa pazuri.
Hey, na wale wazazi ambao na squeezy breakfast, it's bacon, sausage, smoky. Nowadays we don't want ndoma, because the taste of it.
I know.
It does not bring that ka something. Kuna ile taste unatafuta haiko kwa ndoma. But now how can parents control, because we find that most children nowadays they are becoming obese. It's not because unakuta since a parent is too busy to be there for their child, they, for lack of better words, that absence of them, wanaeka chakula ifeel your space. So you find that these children are overeating, or rather they are overeating but not good. How can parents do the dieting so that the children will not be obese?
Okay, back at home, I remember we used to cook githeri a lot. And githeri is very nice. I know you can't agree with me, but you see, kitambo used to cook githeri. Na hiyo githeri ungeamkia asubuhi ukule githeri na hiyo
imechemshwa.
Na chai. Unaweka tu kachumvi na unakula. Kitu ilikuwa mbaya tu ni kuongeza hako kachumvi juu. Lakini githeri was good. But nowadays we are buying a lot of processed food. Halafu tunazieka kwa fridge. Like we are not even thinking ni nini inafanya hii chakula bado iendelee kukaa ikiwa fresh pale kwa fridge, unaona. So I think what we are supposed to do is just ukipata time, go to the market, buy natural food, kuja chemsha, hata kama basi utaeka kwa hiyo fridge not more than 2 to 3 days, maybe 2 to 3 days maximum. Enda nunua, pika, weka basi. Akikula hiyo nduma, it's better than the bacon. It's better than the sausage. Yes. So even controlling is very important. If you come and put things in the fridge, unajua tu mtoto atajitolea. Weka vitu zenye sio harmful sana. Weka matunda basi. Unaona? Weka matunda ikiwa mingi, usiweke juice, tunaweka soda, nini, tuweke tu matunda, tuweke kama ni hizo ndoma, tunaweka kiasi. I know hata chukua ndoma mzima, sijui ndoma pieces 3 akule.
Acha hata hiyo ka slice inakuwa ngumu kumaliza.
If we avoid storing such processed food in our fridge, storing them at our homes at ziko too ready to be cooked, ama already ziko cooked, then we will avoid childhood obesity. Then let's give them a lot of vegetables. Vegetables are good, but now watoto hawataki vegetables, wamezoeshwa. But ukifunza mtoto kutoka akiwa mdogo that this is the way to go, then ata catch up na hiyo mtindo. Kama vile sisi tulikatch up na githeri.
Paka sai kupika githeri ile ya kitambo ndio inafanya kazi sai. But now are there foods that people over 40 should eat, people in 20s should eat, the young ones should eat? Are there kind of foods that we're supposed to be eating as we are graduating gradually?
There is no specific food for the aged ama ati for the young. Yeah. Or because even yule mtoto mwenye ameanza kukula wa 6 months, he or she is supposed to take what we are taking at home, what we can afford. Bora it is balanced. Yes, you only modify it to a way she or he can feed. Yeah, the texture. That's what we modify the texture. So mtoto kama mnakula, tuseme you eating nyama, ugali na spinach, mtoto atakula the same. Hakuna specific food that yake sasa ni malenge. Actually hata nyinyi mnafaa kukula hiyo malenge. Kama atakula malenge, hata nyinyi mkule hiyo malenge. So you only modify the texture. Even for the aged, you modify the texture. Wengine meno hawana meno. Unaona? So if hawezi tafuna, then you modify the texture. The food yenye wewe mtu normal person unakula, that's what they are supposed to take. The difference is some of them you have to enrich them, because if you don't enrich them, then they won't get enough nutrients from that food. Remember, when we modify the food, some textures are very thin. Tuseme ni kitu may blend or may mash, it's not the same. The nutrients in it is not the same as a normal food for your plate. So you have to enrich it. And enriching it, you can use nuts, you can use seeds, you can use bone soup, you can use, like, we have a lot of things that we can use to enrich that food ifikie ile level yenye alifaa kupata ya nutrients.
No, so it's just enriching them.
Yes.
Once you mash it or you blend it, it loses some nutrients in the process.
Yeah.
Okay. Someone is asking, for people already living with hypertension or diabetes, what are the best dietary adjustments?
For people with diabetes and hypertension, most of them, you find that wenye kona diabetes anaweza kuwa bado akona ile pressure. Mwenye akona pressure ataweza, it is a risk factor. Like having diabetes is a risk factor ya kupata hypertension. At the same time, having hypertension is a risk factor of getting diabetes. They go hand in hand. But some of them awana wakona moja. So what you're supposed to do, make sure you know your portioning your food. Okay, you know your portioning, because like the way I've told you, feast size of carbohydrates, and mostly major on whole grain and roots and tubers. The roots and tubers zile ndoma tumesema, ndoma, cassava, vitu kama sweet potatoes, those ones they are digested slowly. Hata nini, the whole grains now, the wheat products, whole wheat, brown rice and brown ugali from wimbi, from wimbi or from whole maize. So mostly major on those whole grains. But remember, zote ziko na sukari. So when you go somewhere there is no hizo nini, it's not that you can't take white, you only reduce the portion. But sasa tutakangi encourage sana hiyo, because mtu atakwambia niliambiwa si lazima, ninaweza reduce portion ya
brown things.
So make sure pia your proteins ziko azina a lot of fats, then it's one handful. And also make sure your vegetables are a lot in your plate. Half plate inafaa kuwa mboga kwa wingi. Some fruits pia zina affect diabetes. Know which fruits are good for your, the glycemic index mostly matters a lot, because in fruits, something like watermelon itakupatishia sukari haraka sana. But ukikula kitu kama, unaweza test kitu dhani iko na sukari na haina that a lot of sugar, like an apple. Unaweza test apple ama machungwa udhani hiyo itakupandishia haraka kuliko vile maybe ndizi itakupandishia. Actually ndizi itakupandishia haraka, pineapple itakupandishia haraka sukari. So just know what you're supposed to take. Mostly thorny melon, pepino melon, avocado have a glycemic index of below 30%. So those are safe. But remember, everything in excess is not good. Yes. But now the glycemic index for pineapples, ripe mangoes, ripe bananas, and also watermelon, it's very high. It's very high. So hizo wakati you're trying to control your sugars, then limit intake of those, or just avoid them. Take other fruits. We have even akina machungwa, passion, all those you can take, but in moderation. In moderation. Avoid processed food because of the fats and additives. They'll make your pressure go high. Avoid also the sugary fruits, sugary drinks, sugary food. Hizo zote tunaachana nazo. Then salty foods tunaachana nazo. Avoid adding salt in your food. It's a very long topic about diabetes and hypertension, but nimetry ku break down kidogo.
Juu hata kuna swali nimekuja mpaka uliza, are there specific fruits for diabetes type 2 and how harmful is adding salt to your food?
Okay, there are no specific fruits for diabetes type 2. As I've said, it depends with the glycemic index of the fruits. So you have to consult a nutritionist ujue vile utatumia, na also atakuadvise depending on your sugar, vile tuna control sugars zako. Hapo ndo tutajua ni fruit gani nitakunyima, ni gani nitakwambia kula, kula mo. Yes, because hata kama you have diabetes, si ati huwezi kula ile vile nimesema kama watermelon, unaona? Yes. So when you are taking your fruits, make sure umeona dietitian or umeona nutritionist akuelezee hii fruit na hii itaendana vizuri na wewe, because your sugars, hii level yako ya sugars and HbA1c, hii level iko hivi. So if at all iko hivi, then you can take this or this or this, but the safest ever zenye utawahi tu hata ukuwe na sukari inatoshana aje, thorny melon, pepino melon, avocado, but with moderation. Yes.
Okay, kuna mauliza, what are some healthy swaps for common foods we eat daily, like ugali, chapati, mandazi, sodas? What are the common swaps?
So mostly tunakula sana wheat products. We forget about the roots and tubers. So we can just go for roots and tubers. Roots and tubers are good. So when you're making your diet, include roots and tubers. They are the healthiest ever, rather than the wheat products, because of the gluten, and the sugary food and the fatty foods. Just go for roots and tubers.
Okay. How do stress, lack of sleep, and inactivity interact with diets?
Okay. When you don't get enough sleep, or maybe you have stress, we usually have a lot of production of acidity in your stomach. Your stomach is acidic. It has HCl. So when you have stress, inafanya hiyo nini na produce a lot of HCl inakuchoma. Na kwa wale watu wako na ulcers, that's when nao zinaamka. Sijui kama usiku ndio mostly watu wanafikiria sana, sababu utapata wengi wanaenda hospitali hiyo masaa usiku, tumbo imenisumbua, inakuwa na shida ulcer, because stress makes production ya acidity kwa tumbo ikuwe a lot na ita cause madhara. Then lack of enough sleep, pia digestion, ama ukilala immediately after eating, digestion inakuwa very poor.
So you're not supposed to like sleep immediately after you've eaten?
Yes.
Like what is the range?
Mostly 1 hour to 2 hours. Then you go sleep. After eating, you stay maybe 1 to 2 hours, then you sleep.
So what is the latest time mtu anafaa kula? Because you're telling us you're supposed to stay like 1 hour to 2 hours. That means you're not supposed to be eating past.
It depends with your sleeping pattern. So if you usually, unajua pia kuna watu wanafanya kazi hadi midnight. Kama basi unaenda kulala saa 8, then kula saa 6. Kama unaenda kulala saa 3, kula saa 1. So make mostly wacha ikuwe a gap of 2. Ikiwa less sana, 1 hour.
Okay. Changes you'll recommend for this person?
I would recommend make fruits, vegetables, and water your friend. Hydrate and eat food that does not give you a lot of calories. So eating fruits, taking vegetables, roots and tubers are good for your energy. Nuts, incorporate nuts in your food. Siseme tu njugu, njugu. Peter, nunulie huyo mtu wa 10 bob, wa njugu za 10. Surely, unataka aende alipe nyumba na nini? So, buy njugu, snack, kwa smoky, nigongee mayai 3. Really, kula njugu.
Sintaka pilipili hapo ifanye catalyst haraka.
So just take healthy snacks. Take healthy snacks like seeds and nuts. take water, hydrate a lot. Yeah, jifunze kukunywa maji. Si lazima ufike ile kiwango watu wanasema 8 glasses. Fika hata basi fika 6 ama 4. Kuna mtu akunywi kabisa by the way.
Like the lowest mtu anafaa kufika ni ngapi ya maji?
6 hivi. Actually, intake of water depends with your weight.
Okay.
The more uko na weight kubwa, the more unafaa kuongeza maji. But now, there are some people we usually regulate their water intake, their fluid intake, especially those with renal failure and all that, and maybe heart conditions. Yeah. So, mostly water intake depends with your weight. Vile naweza kunywa maji si vile wewe yako unaweza kunywa, unaona? Yeah. So consult someone mwenye anaweza kuadvise, this is the amount of water nafaa kukunywa. Unafaa ku take in this amount of water, but averagely 1.5 liters is enough to 2 liters. Yeah. Yes.
Wow, 1.5 liters to 2 liters. Hakuna excuse ya kosa kunywa maji. Hata kutoroka. Wale walisema tunataka maji kona rangi. Maji kona rangi si maji.
Yeah.
It's not water. Take water. Kama upendi ladha yake. I heard that people who are allergic to water, this normal water.
Allergic?
Yes.
How now?
Like when they take water, they get rashes, they get their... Is there an option for them? Because this water is allergic to them. Like, wangependa sana waikunywa lakini wako na allergy. Na sikia hata kuoga, they shower once a week.
Huyu anaogopa baridi. Huyu anaogopa. Ama hiyo maji anatumia sijui ni ya wapi. So not unless you are allergic to what you are treating your water with. Yeah, or the things that the chemicals or the additives they are in that water. But if it's just a normal, clean, safe water, then it's good.
Watu wa hydrate.
Good. Watu wa hydrate.
Wow.
Watu wa kunywa maji.
Penda maji mtu wangu. Penda maji. The best thing you could do is taking water, because actually the biggest percentage in our bodies is water. So love drinking water. Remember, we're coming to you live on Oracle TV and also live on all our social media platforms. That is the Oracle Television Network Facebook page. Na pale YouTube, the Oracle Television Network. Please remember to subscribe, click that notification bell, and of course comment and share the live video so that people will get to know what they're supposed to be doing. And also you can become a partner with Oracle TV. It's just simple, singumu sana. It's simple. You go to your pay bill 171133 and account name is Oracle TV. Just that simple. When you write us any amount that you have, you support it. We are here because you are there and because you've supported us this much. That is why we still keep on coming right here kila wakati and bringing you good and quality content. You know, when we're saying quality content, we mean everything that we're bringing here, it is transforming you. From the testimonials you've been giving us, trust you me, you are getting transformed every single day. And we love that. And of course, if you want me to tackle what topic on health, please, tuambie hapo, tuambie mlikuwa mmesema obesity sana, we tackled it. You said you want to know what you're supposed to be giving, you're tackling it right now. So make sure you're supporting us on our pay bill number. And we'll keep on going and growing so much more. And of course, I want to know, what is that one thing, apart from us, you telling us we are supposed to get healthy eating, tunakula fruits, mambo posho na chakula ya kukula. Umesikia wale watu wakisema nikienda hotel, there's somebody who said, nilienda hoteli nikaona chakula hata mtoto wetu ule mdogo hawezi shiba. Hawezi shiba hiyo chakula because the way it was looking, but according to the person, the chef that has prepared, anajua this is the good quantity ya wewe kula, but when you're looking at it, unaona
kuna watu usema kaka ugali patiko.
Hii ni starter. Copy the real meal. To those kind of people, ni ukweli kabisa amekula but asikii kama kuna kitu imefanyika. What are they supposed to do? Ama tu ni uzoe tu, we assume tu useme nimekula and then iendelee ikiwe mpaka ikuwe habit.
Now, I think watu wanapenda sana overeat. Ukishasikia sasa hata upumui ndo unadhani umeshiba. Ndio unaziambia nimeshiba, lakini your body only needs very little from that food. Mingi it will go to waste, na ingine it will be stored na itakuletea madhara zaidi. So what you're supposed to do if you're not aushibi hiyo kachakula, add more food that has a lot of fiber in it, like those vegetables and whole grains. Ukikula chapati ya brown, ukule tu moja na mimi nikule ya white, wewe utakuwa umeshiba kuliko vile mimi nimeshiba, because hiyo yako iko na high fiber, unaona? Then ukule mboga mingi, mimi nimekula tu kidogo. Unajua watu siku hizi unaweka ugali mlima hata uoni yule ako next, na alafu kamboga karibu kana
unanusa tu, ni kunusa tukisonga.
Imagine. Sasa utashiba saa ngapi kama unakula processed? Actually, if you get refined carbohydrates, if you eat refined carbohydrates, utahisi njaa haraka sana. Ukikula mchele ya white, inasiagwa haraka, inatumika, alafu tena unahisi njaa haraka sana. But if ukizoea kukula whole grains, then ziko na high fiber, na breaking down inakuwa slow. That's why they are very good for people even with diabetes. Hata ile roots and tubers, breaking down take slowly. So that's why they are good for diabetic people. That's why they manage their weight using the diet also. Unaona? Yes, because siri moja pia ya kumanage sugars ni kumanage your weight.
Okay.
Yeah. Through good control your portions, good timing ya food, sio kila wakati unakula. Ati imefika saa 4 unataka kunywa chai, imefika saa 7 unataka kukula. Unaona? Hiyo kukula sio mzuri.
I think Pia Simon is asking, I think now we'll have to set another show for diabetic people, because maswala the diabetes, because anauliza, are there like the right times for me to eat since I'm diabetic? Like when you talk kusema kila time mtu anakula.
You see, when you eat all the time, kila wakati mdomo iko busy eating, you won't control your sugars, because at the end of the day your portion will be very huge. Kumbuka hiyo food bado inaenda ikipile, so bado inabreakiwa down, release sugars, and you know every food that you take in lazima ita convert into a certain glucose. Na if it is in excess and your insulin is not able to control those sugars, then ingine itaingia kwa damu na itapandisha, so your sugars will spike at the end of the day. Kama utakula kila wakati, you only eat when it is necessary. The only thing ni ukumbuke, you're not supposed to skip any main meal, your breakfast, your lunch, and your supper. Yeah, but in between you don't have to take anything. If you're not hungry, then if you're hungry, you can take a healthy snack. That's where the nuts come in, that's where the fruits come in. Si lazima uende tena uji vikombe 2. Yeah, you snack healthy.
Wow, maybe what is one nutritional wish you wish people would know, or one nutritional truth you wish people would know that they don't know?
A lot. A lot. I wish people knew that if you control your sugar intake and your wheat intake, you will manage your weight very well. Include exercise, you will manage your weight very well. Na itakuwa imekusaidia usipate those lifestyle diseases. And another thing, I wish they knew hydrating is good. I wish they knew that hydrating is very good. Mtu atakwambia mimi sisikiangi kiu. You don't have to feel thirsty to ukunywe maji.
Ni ukunywe tu. Force issues.
Force issues. Squeezing ku force issues. Ama? Tuna force hadi kwa diet. Force hiyo matunda yenye unasikia inaonja tasteless. Hiyo force kukula. Yes, just take a portion. I wish they knew that you don't have to take a huge ya bananas, ripe bananas, ama sijui a whole watermelon, ati useme uko healthy, ati 2 to 3 apples in a day. You just need to take 2 or more types of 2 or 3 types of fruits, not a huge amount of fruits at the same type ya fruit. Umekula banana asubuhi, saa 7 na jioni, hapana. Just take different types, but a very small portion itakuwa imeprovidea with all the essential vitamins and minerals unahitaji. Different fruits have different, they are rich in different vitamins and minerals. Yeah, that's why we say like ripe bananas are rich in potassium. Kama ni hizi zingine kama watermelon iko na vitamin A, kama ni machungwa iko na vitamin C, iko rich in vitamin C, you see. Yes, so just make sure you eat different types ndio upate different vitamins and minerals, the micronutrients. Yeah, we need them in our body, so take different types. Yes.
Na sasa nimekuja tena wenye wanakulanga matunda wakiwa njaa, ni makosa?
Si makosa. It depends aim yako ni gani. Maybe una pesa ya chakula, umeafford matunda. So it depends with your aim. So kuna wengine pia watatake fruits after food, kuna wengine watatake before food. It also depends with what are you going to achieve from it. Kama unataka appetite, taking a fruit zenye mostly ziko na maji around 30 to 20 minutes before your meals will help in boosting your appetite. Kama unataka control your anger nini, like uko hungry, umekula na utaki overeat, you can take a fruit after the food.
Okay.
Yes, and it will help you get full. Yeah.
Na ukikunywa juisi ya matunda kila siku, pia iko sawa?
Ina depend ni matunda gani. Unaweza kuwa unakunywaga watermelon kila siku. So just take different types ya juices. Na si lazima uchanganye matunda mingi utengeneze juice. Enrich your fruits. Maybe umechukua tuseme popo, umetengeneza juice. Chukua beetroot, ongeza pale ndani. Beetroot is a starchy vegetable. Itakupea other nutrients. Si lazima ukunywaga tu ni popo tu na kunywaga juice ya popo peke yake. Ongeza kitu ingine. Mimi nataka muongeze vitu kwa hizi chakula tunakula. Ongeza zikuongezee more nutrients.
So you can substitute fruits with fruit juices.
Yes. If you can't take kuna mtu atasikii kutafuna. Make juice, kunywa, haina shida. But now remember mwenye amekula a whole fruit na mwenye ametengeneza juice, kama utamaliza ile juice ya that fruit na yule amalize fruit yake, then wewe umekula less. Umekula less nutrients from that fruit, because kumbuka tuliongeza maji. Consistency imepungua. Yes.
Okay.
So enrich it.
You have to enrich it.
Yes. Aka cucumber.
Kuna swali mmenibamba. Atina wenye vitambi ndimu ni matunda.
Hiyo kitambi imeletwa na nini? Hiyo kitambi, it depends by the way. Hiyo kitambi imeletwa na nini? Is it because of overeating? You know, when you take a lot of carbs or starchy food and fats, mostly deposits zinakuanga kwa inaitangwa aje central parts. So unapata kitambi like tumbo yako inaenda ikiongezeka like ikukua kubwa because of the deposits ya extra nini zenye ulitake. Unaona? So just if it's overeating, then punguza hiyo overeating. Control your portions. If it's pombe, kuna wengine ni kanaleta hiyo kamunyweso. Control your intake of alcohol. Yes, it will help a lot. Then do exercises. Don't expect ndimu kumalizie mafuta ya tumbo. Yeah, do exercises. Go for aerobics, zitakusaidia.
Okay.
Yes.
And maybe is there hope for people who already have lifestyle diseases? It's too late for them?
It's not late. you can still do away with lifestyle diseases through proper diet, medication. Remember, medication goes hand in hand with good nutrition. Then physical exercise. Yeah, you can control very well until daktari anaenda akipunguza the strength of your medication. Pole 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 pole. So it's not late.
Okay.
It's not late. Lakini tena usiende ukakula diet vizuri, ukafanya exercise ukaachana na dawa. Mimi sijasema hiyo. Nimesema itakusaidia, lakini sijasema uache dawa. Yeah.
As combine.
Combine kila kitu, medication, diet, exercise. So just make yourself comfortable in that hata uwezi kumbuka uko na hiyo shida. Yeah. If you don't take your medication, hautaishi. Lakini ukitake medication utaishi. Yeah, and proper diet.
Maybe as we are ending, can you give us one nutritional fact?
One nutritional fact. Hapo umenipata. Hapo umenipata. One nutritional fact. You see, nutrition, good nutrition, wacha niseme good. Unajua nutrition ni huge. Inaweza kuwa ni bad nutrition.
Yeah.
Good nutrition inahitaji you set mind that you're aiming at something. Okay? You're aiming at good things. You're aiming at good health. Because if you don't have good health, then hauta survive vizuri. Unaona, health is everything. Health, you can't compare your health with wealth. Wengine wana compare, bora niko na pesa, hizi dawa mimi nitanunua. Hapana, your health is very important. And your health, the main contributor is your nutrition. So, having a good nutrition, itakusaidia usipate a lot of lifestyle diseases. That's all I can say. Yeah. Good nutrition is very important for your health. And it is the best wealth you can have. Your health is the best wealth you can have.
Imagine, good nutrition is what you need. Good nutrition. Tunasisitiza hapo kwa good, tuna highlight na tunaweka bold. Good nutrition. And of course, remember also, you are very, very, very much welcome to give us a comment and telling us what you'd want me to do next, which topic unataka sana. Nimeona watu wa diabetes wameamuka ni kama nita try kwa consider so that we dig in deeper and we know what and maybe how can you prevent it, how it's too early, ama we yako ishapita uwezi saidika. We'll find a specialist in that and atatuelezea zaidi na zaidi, atuambie what is going next. And of course, nafurahia sana kwa maswali zenyu, na naona Wakitambe amesema amesaidika sana. Esho ni mzuri, amesaidika. At least amejua ndimu. Ndimu sio the answer to the kitambi. Itabidi umefanya vitu 2-3 ndio uweze kuelewa. And of course, be sure to keep on commenting, keep on asking questions. Of course, it will determine whether we'll bring back our guest so that aweze kujibu hiyo maswali ambayo hajakujibu leo. Ndio ile wakati mwingine atakuja aweze kujibu na kumaliza hizo maswali zote utakuwa nazo. Nimekuambia usikubali kulala na swali kikuchoma. Uliza tu ndio upate kujua jibu nzuri na ambayo itakuelezea zaidi, and it will take you deeper and deeper. And also remember to keep on partnering with Oracle TV. It is because of you that you are still on air. It is because of your love. It is because of your immense love. Tulikubaliana mapenzi yetu ni ya 100. Tulikataa ya 30 kwa sababu 70 tunapeleka wapi. So we love each other 100. And of course, our guest atupatie parting shot yake as we are ending. Give us your parting shot.
Thank you so much, our viewers. Thank you for your questions. I hope I've answered them well. And if you want also to reach out for a clinical nutritionist, you can find me at Mercy Mission Hospital. You can also find me via my contacts. Am I allowed to share?
Yes, you can.
But musinipigie sana masaa yenye si ya kazi. at 0792931354. Yeah.
Unaweza rudia.
0792931354. That's my personal contact. Maswali ni ya nutrition peke yake.
Kabisa, mmesikia? Maswali ni ya nutrition peke yake. And of course, I've been your good host, Trevilla Lutta, and I want to leave you with one quote. Your health is truly on your plate. Remember, your plate is either you're feeding a disease or you're fighting a disease, so choose wisely. And I'll just urge you, choose to fight the disease. Until next time, same place, same time, God bless you.